Welcome, guys. This is my YouTube channel, Divine Hippie 2222. My name is Stephanie, and this is my Let's Learn the Art of Tarot series. So, let's take a moment to breathe, because today we're going to be going over the Ten of Swords. Very extremely heavy energy. So I know I was smiling in the beginning of the video, but I don't mean to I want to honor and acknowledge how heavy this energy is. Okay? So anyways, Ten of Swords, it is represented by Gemini. Basically, this is an indication of backstabbing. Literally and figuratively, betrayal, bad-mouthing, people talking about you behind your back, and enemies. It's a card where the intention is failure for the individual, the target energy, ruin. And once you figure this out, you may be severing ties. This may be the end of the relationship, like the final coffin in the nail, okay? It can signify nervous breakdowns, chronic fatigue, exhaustion, and being unable to cope due to the weight of this energy. But that is the intention. That's the exact intention of this energy, okay? So be mindful of that. The intention wishes for us to hit rock bottom, like we're hitting a wall, or being in a circle, right? Doing the same thing over and over again. Now, it could also just be an indication of someone playing a victim, being a martyr, being overly dramatic, seeking attention, or exaggerating one's circumstances. So we need to be mindful, okay? Now, in reverse, for a general interpretation. Guys, these are just suggestions. These, the website that I use for all of my information, they're listed below in the description box. But this website is what resonated with me, okay? So if these scenarios resonate with you, then you're meant to hear it. So in reverse, this is being saved by the grace of the universe, by the grace of God. That's what this represents. Rising above problems, things getting better, getting over the worst of the scenario, being saved from disaster and escaping ruin. So that's why I said being saved by the grace of God. This is a card of pulling yourself together and learning from our past hardships. Can also signify coming back from the brink of death or failure. It's an indication of possible near-death experiences and or out-of-body experiences. Okay? Now, for love, I shouldn't be smiling. I'm sorry. This is not happy energy. If you're in a relationship, this is the end of the road. This is severing ties, divorce, separation, bitterness, the relationship being in serious trouble, betrayal, possible infidelity. Now, if we were playing the martyr, right? It may just mean that we're being overly dramatic, seeking attention, or playing the victim with our partner. Now, that behavior may be the end of the relationship. So if this is the case, like I said, it could be the final nail in the coffin for the relationship. So we are being encouraged to cease this behavior and to make better choices for ourselves, which in turn will allow better choices for the relationship. So now, if you're in an abusive relationship, This card warns you that you are in danger. So take immediate action to ensure your safety and your survival. Guys, I'm telling you, this is heavy energy, okay? This is not brush off energy, okay? So this is it's just heavy. That's the best word I have, okay? Now, if we're single, okay, it could mean that we're still in a place of healing or attempting to heal, or maybe still stuck in our heads over how the relationship ended, okay? Even though we knew it was unhealthy, it's run its course. It's over, okay? It's a time to accept that so that we can move on. And at some level, we were aware. We were aware, okay? So we need to take some time out to heal and rediscover who we are and what actually makes us happy independently of the relationship, okay? So let's kind of recap. Relationship. This may be the end, okay? This is one or both parties seriously betrayed each other, okay? And this is taking some time out to really look at our own actions and our own behaviors and how they aided and assisted into this scenario progressing to the level that it did, okay? It could be an indication of danger. Only you know. And the surrounding cards will tell you. The supporting cards, the clarifying cards, whatever words you want to use, the other cards will let you know. Plus, you will know yourself. Okay? So, single, it means that we're still trying to get over it. And that's okay. Honor that. Because if we neglect to take the time to honor ourselves, then we may find ourselves in the same position next time. Okay? And we want to learn. We want to progress. We want to advance each and every day. Okay? So now, in reverse for relationships. Okay? This is the relationship coming back from the brink of disaster, from the brink of failure. If you are in an abusive relationship, this is a card indicating that you will escape or you have escaped. And so what it's saying is you've found a safe environment, and staying away from your significant other is going to be the best course of action. Okay? Single, starting to recover. I told you, we have to honor the place that we're at when we're there. Once we honor that, then the cycle can continue and we can move forward, okay? So, starting to recover from a nasty breakup and overcoming the despair that whole scenario caused. And it implies that we have learned a massive amounts. Pat yourselves on the back. You have learned, even if it took this to learn, you still learned. And you are rising above all of that negativity, all of the anger, all of the hate, all of the pointing fingers and the you did, she said, all of that stuff. Okay? Much better being saved. Okay, now, money. Okay, what does this mean for us, for our career, for our finances? This may be an indication of hitting a dead end in our job, and that our time at the current role may be ending. You may be severing ties. You may also be the subject of people betraying you at the workplace. So be on the lookout for colleagues attempting to undermine you. But then again, it could just be simple exhaustion and running yourself to the brink of overdoing it. Okay? So that would be hitting a wall, right? So what this is telling us is we need to take care of ourselves. Period. End of story. No matter what category it's referring to, whether it's general love, money, health, or spirituality. This is intense self-care. Intense self-care. Okay? And sometimes that's what we need. So that is okay. Changing our mindset, right? These stepping stones that we have found ourselves in to progress us to this scenario is just a lesson. And if we take the time to focus on ourselves, again, that's when the cycle can progress, advance, move forward. So, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. So this card may be an indication of if you're business owners, your business is failing. Now, financially, this card indicates financial ruin, failure. So don't focus on that. This is what needs to be focused on. And I just lost my place. Ha! Sorry. Talk about focus. Sorry. So be extremely cautious in our financial dealings at this time and avoid taking unnecessary risks, as this is not the time to gamble financially. Okay? Now, the cycle progressing, moving forward, getting over the worst, stress being relieved in your job. Maybe you're leaving the job. Maybe you are changing positions. But the point is you are removing yourself from the scenario. So that's fabulous, guys. Perspectives. We got to change our point of view, okay? So the next bullet point is you need to ask yourself if it's worth it. There are other jobs. There's jobs on every corner, especially right now. Every single industry is looking for people, okay? So all these other industries may be so much healthier for you. Now, if you're in business, this can represent a business coming back to life from the brink of collapse, okay, or failure. So now, financially, okay, being saved from financial ruin, being saved by the grace of the universe, by the grace of God, okay? That's fabulous, guys. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. It's heavy energy. But once we get through it, once we get to the other side or to the next step, that's when we can look back and be grateful, okay? So now health. This may be an indication that, again, you've hit a wall. Whatever it is you're doing, your body is trying to tell you, we need to stop. We need to slow down. We need a little more time. We need a little more attention. We need a little more self-care, okay? A little more meditation, yoga, energy healing, right? Maybe your energy has come to a halt, or you're feeling as if it's being depleted faster than you can replenish it. So, like I said, chronic fatigue, exhaustion, collapse, maybe even nervous breakdowns are all represented by this card, this scenario, okay? So put our health first when this appears. And acupuncture may actually be beneficial to you, okay? On a positive note, right? Yay, 10 of Swords, upright, positive energy. Possibly acupuncture may be beneficial to you regarding your health, okay? So in reverse, yay, health is improving. Surviving a serious illness or disease, okay? Can also represent a near-death experience. So there are plenty of people and organizations out there who would be happy to help you, okay? Because I would imagine you're going to need some support, okay? Maybe physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to get through this scenario, right? So there are people out there who are willing to support you. Reach out to your community, reach out to your family, your friends, your church, right? Okay, so spirituality, guys. 10 of Swords in the upright. You may be severing ties with an old belief system. Now, this comes with a warning, okay? Be on the lookout for people in your spiritual circle that may be disloyal or dangerous, as this card can indicate curses or betrayal, right? So spirituality, this is a time to be mindful that the universe is stirring things up to then allow the light to come through and show. Basically, the universe is going to start showing people's hearts in your life, their true intentions. So be mindful. Start preparing yourself. Ask for strength. Ask for unconditional love. Ask for whatever it is that you feel you need to get through this scenario, okay? So just be on the lookout. Now in reverse, for spirituality. Coming through past hardships, learning lessons, and moving forward on your journey through life. Through this experience, you will have learned so much, or you already have. You've already learned so much because the card is in reverse. So the cycle has moved forward. Okay, so you see how your choices aided in the progression of the scenario. You also see other people's choices, how those aided and progressed in the scenario. And you found empathy for yourself and for others. Maybe through forgiveness, maybe through acceptance. No matter the reason, the cause, the point is you have leveled up through this experience, okay? So try to sense what your spirit guides are telling you, or telling us. We need to put more time and effort into listening to our spirit guides as they're trying to tell us, as they are all around us, and they are guiding us through this scenario, whether we are aware of that or not, okay? Now, again, spiritually, it's again a possible indication of a near-death experience and or an out-of-body experience. So if it's not a near-death experience, you may find yourself that during this time, astral projection comes so easy to you right now. So be mindful of that, right? So there's a lot of heavy energy, okay? This is disloyalty, being betrayed by the ones you thought you could trust. But when we really look underneath the hurt and the anger and the frustration, the universe was really showing us, really shaking things up to then show us who these people really are in our lives, so that we can make the best of choices for ourselves. That's what this is all about. Heavy energy, choices, decisions. Sometimes our intentions are not poor. Sometimes our intentions are not, sometimes our intentions are the opposite of poor, and they are the opposite of negative. But if we're hasty and we make decisions not thinking things through, then our choices add to the scenario. That's what I mean by our decisions, our choices aiding in the scenario progressing to the extent that it did. Okay, guys? All right. There's support out there everywhere. Okay? No matter what your scenario is, whether it's a general circumstance, circumstance in your love life, in your career, or, your health, or our spiritual path, our journey. People are threatened by you. And that's why it goes to this level. Because sometimes they don't have the skills to cope with what they're experiencing. Empathy for others. So when we see that and when we understand that, it allows us to forgive them that much easier. Okay? All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, and happiness. Bye.